And we're live.
Jesus Christ.
Hi guys, and welcome to the first ever Baa Book Club live show. Today we will be discussing The New Guy by Serena Bowen. And if you're here, you know who I am. Welcome to Reed's Readers. I'm gonna let my co-host introduce herself.
Well, hi, I'm Hope. I'm pretty normally on your channel at least every so often. It's been a little bit. But yeah, and I always fucking suck at these intros, so
I mean, you're the little sister with the smut rex, so
exactly.
we literally have nobody watching, but that's oh no, we do.
Well,
Yay! Hey, hi, Trin.
hi.
Welcome. Um, so what did you think of The New Guy as our first pick?
Overall, I did really enjoy it. I gave it a 4.5 just because I felt like something was missing, but I pretty much read like all but the first like 50 pages just yesterday, like just in almost one sitting. I just sat down on the couch here and was just like, I'm just going to start reading, I think. And then just freaking pretty much read the rest of the book in
I
like
mean,
one sitting.
I would have done it all in one sitting as well, but I kind of fell asleep reading and the book kept smacking me in the face. So I was like, hey, let's go to sleep. But I had been up since 6 that morning, so. And it was after 11.
Fair.
Because Kaylani did reading sprints and I was like, yay, I can finish the book. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 stars because something about it just warms my heart. It's not my favorite hockey romance, but it's up there. This, I will say, gave me like you take Him by Serena Bowen, but then you mix. This is gonna be the weirdest thing when I say this. You mix the Foxhole Court crew. If you mix those
Yes.
two crews, and that's kind of how I felt about these characters. And it just made me like it makes me want to go back and read the Brooklyn Brewers series that
Yeah,
she
whatever the
has,
hell it's called.
which I know is male female romances, and I just want to know how what's his name and Helen got together. It is Helen, right?
I don't know. I don't remember anybody's names besides like a couple people.
The the assistant,
Yeah, something like that.
Helen Joe,
Something like that.
something like that. But I want to know how her and him got together, and I'm wondering if one of those books is their relationship.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So, what did you think of the relationship between Gavin and Jordan?
I loved it so much. I normally don't read books with like the like single parent trope just
Neither do
cuz
I.
like that's just not what I'm into in books, but I loved it in this especially because it's more of like choosing to be like that single parent
Mm-hmm.
when there's an easy way out and just the dynamic of being like, yeah, you're not my blood, but I've raised you for these last few years, and it was just adorable of how they just interacted.
I I see. I get where you're going with that. Like, I loved that aspect of it because he has an opportunity to go ahead and give Jordan to Eddie's parents, to his ex-husband or his deceased husband's parents. That is how you say that, right? Yeah. Guys, y'all know how we are, so listen.
I mean, read my subtitle thing. That explains why I
she
can't think.
she hung over as fuck. But no, The only thing that I felt was a little lacking in this, which I think would be really cool to see if she explores, is I would like to know more of Reggie's story, the
Yeah,
sister.
yeah, she's a very like she's a good character, but it's like I want to know more about her and like just because we didn't get enough of her really. Like the only time we got her was pretty much like, oh yeah, Gavin needs somebody to babysit Jordan. There she is. She's gonna babysit.
Let's sing Frozen or Moana. And I was like, the hell? Okay, date the book, why don't you?
Yeah, that is true.
But no, like I'm hoping she does, because Serena Bowen is good to do that normally. I still need to read the other series, but the spinoff of the Him series is what's his name's sister,
Mm-hmm.
along with the other hockey player.
Yeah.
The Wags series, I think is what that one's called, something like that.
Yeah. I need to read those.
But this was really good. The mother-in-law really needed her ass beat at some point.
Honestly, I was just sitting there like, can you just shut the fuck up anytime she was mentioned?
Yes, I was like, do we have to involve? Does she have to be involved? And I was like, oh, when she threatened the lawyer, I was like, do it, bitch. I'd love to see you try to take Jordan from him. Fucking try.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Hi, Karina. And actually, it was a success for us,
Yeah.
thankfully. Now I'm scared for book 2,
I know.
our second book that for the book club.
Yeah, because you didn't realize what it was until after we picked it, and then we're like, oh,
But I have heard good things about it so far.
that is good.
Jeff is currently reading it and says he's loving it.
Ooh.
Hi, Trin. Hi, Karina. Hi, Dana. Welcome.
Yay.
Hola, senorita.
And we may have a pop in of a face. Hope has a man over.
Beautiful man.
At least we're on your channel.
Okay, let me rephrase that. She has a boy over.
Damn.
Hi, Nikki.
He shows up at the perfect time, like, hello.
Nikki heard, boy, must join.
Again, at least we're on your channel. I would have booted you from the live if we were on mine.
Oh, you poking at sister.
That was my phone.
What? Okay, because it's our first book, I was a dumbass and didn't take any notes.
The only note that I have is that one message I sent you about the error.
Okay, you said 295?
Yeah.
Where is it on that page?
In my copy, it's like halfway down.
There's apparently a misprint of Jordan's name
Yeah, it's
on
like
page
halfway down.
295.
I'll send you a photo of it so you can kind of see what I'm seeing. I literally saw that and I almost had to be like, wait, what? Almost sent the wrong fucking thing. Like halfway through where it's like,
Why is your 295 not the same page as my 295?
what?
I'm going to send you my 295.
Like,
Because
this is an indie book. There's usually only one edition with paperbacks.
Mine starts off with the note from Hudson after he sends her the New Jersey.
Wait. Oh my god, that's on 293. For me, it starts there, but it's not even in that same like format. It's just
Okay, I see on page 296. 296 is part of your page where I see the
oh.
whoa Jordan says with the misprint.
Yeah, with the A instead of the Y.
Interesting.
I'm also like, there's two freaking like how
That's why I was like telling you
maybe like
yesterday when I was looking at 295, every time Jordan's mentioned, it's spelled correctly. That's why I was
oh
like,
my
I don't
gosh.
want to spoil
I
myself.
mean, it could be because I got this through Indigo, which is technically part of like Canada for books. Sometimes is technically a part of like the English Commonwealth. So sometimes we get the UK editions, but sometimes we get the US edition. Is it literally just depends on the book. So maybe there's two different like editions. The ones like the UK, one's the US, and I have the UK, but I can't tell
Interesting.
because I
I
bought
have
this off
never
Indigo.
I have never seen that before where we have the same exact edition, but your pages are off. How many pages was yours?
3 the like thing where it says the end is on 337, but then there's
Mine is on 339,
oh,
but there's nothing after it.
oh. Mine has like a thing of like where it's also by Serena Bow and it lists as like
Nope.
that.
That is not in my edition at all. Not at the front or the back.
Oh,
Interesting.
at the beginning, does yours have an author's note?
Yeah, I have the author note
Okay,
on page V,
yeah, same.
and then page what?
Yeah. So what the
Maybe yours has like different margins.
maybe? Because I can't even easily see the edition.
Or maybe you have thinner page. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Who knows? That's really weird. Have any of y'all ever experienced something like this in
Like
the comments?
it makes sense when it's like, oh yeah, like somebody has like the US and then somebody has the UK or whatever. But normally for indie books like this, there is only one edition for the paperback.
Yeah. It's so weird. Yeah, and I was also looking up some of our other books, and I was like, for our December pick, if you look at it on Amazon, the hardback has a different cover than the paperback.
Oh.
The hardback's cover scares me.
I don't even remember what the
I will text you what the book is so you can look it up right now.
Okay.
Because it
I don't remember.
it doesn't scare me. It's one of those that it's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Go away.
You gave me the list how many months ago, and I'm like, I'm lucky I remember this month's book. And no, I don't even remember what next month's is. No, I do.
I have these,
I don't own them.
which Jeff has now found a copy of Love and Monsters where it's correct on the spine.
Ooh.
But yeah, like it's an illustrated cover on the hardback, and it like just freaks me out. Something about it just doesn't look right. I know, right, Trent? When it's the same edition, the same book. I'm getting the paperback.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying with the thing, and I'm just like,
I like the paperback anyways because that guy looks hot, and he kind of looks like a trans man, which kind of works for me. Just the way his vibe is. God, we're already 15 minutes into this and we're already like, "Wee!" It's us.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else we would like to talk about?
There is more.
Because this is kind of one of those. I feel like it's one of those romance novels that's like, it's good, you loved it, but is there actually a lot to talk about?
I mean, I guess we can kind of talk. Okay, I'm gonna say this of like the accuracy to my knowledge of like everything to do with the hockey stuff. To my
You
knowledge of what
you
I
would know
know
you know more than
is
I.
is decently accurate. There's obviously some things that I'm just like, well, I don't know specifically about that, so like, whatever. But like the whole thing of Hudson getting constantly traded, it's like you do see that.
My thing is with that last trade that went through, did his father automatically approve it without?
I
Did his father have his hands in
don't
it
think that
somewhere?
actually counts to.
They
Yeah,
never stated.
yeah, because
And I had a feeling from the get go that it was his father who was the one that wasn't okay with him being gay.
oh god, yeah, freaking of how the what it was mentioned of like, oh yeah, like the reason got traded that first trade was because of coming out.
Which
It's like
could have been true, which could have been true.
exactly, you never know.
But at
Um,
the same point, I'm just
yeah,
like,
I
what?
was kind of like a thing of maybe it was a mix of like management being like, haha, fuck you, but also his dad being like not liking it. So it's just kind of like, I thought it was going to be like a mix between that.
Mhm.
Ultimately, the dad was just a piece of shit. And yeah,
And Trent is completely correct. It wouldn't be a live stream with us if it wasn't a bit chaotic.
that is true.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yes, I will say this did give me a lot of him vibes in the way that certain characters acted.
Very much.
But at the same point, I get it. She's a romance author. We're automatically going to compare her hockey romance to her other hockey romance.
Exactly. And I was even comparing this to other books that I've read. Like, I've read just not that long, a couple months ago, another book where it was not an athletic trainer, but like physical therapist
Mhm.
and like people on the team. And so I was on my brain on it was just kind of like
Is that
comparing that,
pucking? Is that pucking around or is that offside?
fucking around.
Okay.
One of my favorite fucking book of the year.
The one that Kaylani is currently reading.
Yes, and I'm literally I'm like I'm gonna wait for her to finish it before I just send a message in all caps. How did you like it?
I
You
mean,
still need to read it. You said you were gonna read it, and you never did.
yes, but Kaylani let me know a secret though. The audiobook drops next month.
True.
So I will get the audiobook and listen to
I
it.
wish I could steal your freaking Audible information to listen to it because I want to listen to it really fucking bad.
Because I agreed to it before I saw how many fucking pages it was. Then
True.
I saw how many pages, and then I went, no audiobook? Fuck you for right
Yeah.
now. That's gonna get pushed off. It'll get read at some point, but fuck you for right now.
I also love how I'm jumping from one hockey romance. I'm jumping from this to the sequel to Bucking Around Later because I got the arc yesterday. The only reason I didn't start it was because I had to finish this.
Listen, I'm looking over at my TBR and I'm like, I don't like any of it. I don't want to read any of it.
I'm in between like currently two or three books, not including my audiobook that I've been listening for like a month.
I mean, Gravity is no longer my favorite book of the year. It got bumped down by a book by Us, etc.
Oh yeah, you were saying that.
which will become one of our future book club books because I am forcing everyone to read a romance between two AI robots. Only issue is okay. As a queer man, I read the story a lot different as a queer human being than someone who would go into it being, say, straight, wouldn't see what's going on underlining with the messages and how there's technically a suicide attempt on page, but because he's an AI robot, doesn't count. It's one of those like it's like a does it count?
The
Because
answer?
he's a robot.
I don't know.
But I read it and had to put it down and had to buy the audiobook to help me get through it
Ah.
because of the subject matter, and it's just one of the most beautiful books I've ever read.
Ooh.
So, plus we're trying to do different genres
Yeah.
of romances because the one that we thought was sci-fi, I don't know if it's sci-fi anymore. Now that I own it, I don't think it's sci-fi because I think it's a demon and the devil.
Either way, still gonna be good.
Yes, because it's got a pretty cover.
I know. I want to buy that.
But yeah, I don't really think that there's much more to actually talk about.
I know. I'm like sitting here like, because you honestly don't even see like that much of the team. Like I do like the like teammates, but there's nothing like even that stands out about them besides I just enjoyed them. Like I couldn't name a single person.
I am super excited for book 2 though, because we already know who the couple is. The DaCosta.
Oh shit! Yeah, at the end.
At the very end, living next door,
Oh.
it's gonna be DaCosta and the decorator. Because I looked it up to see if I could like I just wanted to see the names.
Yeah.
I didn't read what was about them. I just wanted to see the names to see if I could pinpoint who they are. DaCosta's not listed. It's Carter and Tosha. Hold on. Let me go to it.
Oh.
Tosha something. It's Carter and Tommaso. Tommaso.
Ah.
And the guy on the cover has tattoos, and he's just
I've seen the cover.
like he looks like that grumpy. It's gonna be like a grumpy sunshine romance, and I'm all here for this.
Ah.
And the fact that it's gonna be next door to this group,
Yeah, and you're gonna see more of them, or at least I hope so.
yes. I don't care if they go male female. I'm still gonna continue on with this series. It's Serena Bowen.
Yeah.
At this point, everything I've read by Serena Bowen, I think I've given a 4 or higher. Because him, us, and Epic, I gave all 5 stars. Top Secret, I don't remember if I gave it a 4.5 or a 5 star. And I've given this a 5 star.
Ooh.
Maybe I should read a book by her that's not a sports romance.
I think
See
that's
how I
pretty much
feel.
all that she does, though.
Because Top Secret's a football romance.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that.
I think. Yeah. It's fraternity. No, they're fraternity brothers. It's not a sports romance. Never mind. So I have read one that's not a sports romance, but that one's
Probably her
also,
only one.
but that one's also by L. Kennedy as well. So
Yeah.
this is my first foray into just Serena Bowen,
Same.
and I want to read more. especially if it's hockey.
Oh gosh, yeah, freaking. The other day I bought The Deal by L. Kennedy, and it's literally currently just staring at me on the shelf going, read me.
I wonder, what is the first one in the other series that this is a spinoff of?
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was a spinoff of it until I saw the team name and went, oh shit.
Well, after we assigned it, I found out that it's a spinoff. But then I read up on it. You can go into it as a. It doesn't spoil anything because it's romance.
Yeah.
Book one is Brooklyn Air. Ooh, he's cute.
Oh yeah.
Which, who would that be? Rebecca. It does not give me the guy's name. Nate. Were we introduced to a Nate? I don't think we were introduced to a Nate. But oh well, there's 7 books in that series. Guess I'll be reading another 7-book series. That's straight. Cool. um my massive TBR is steadily growing. I shall keep mentioning books. I mean, girl, you should see ours.
Yeah.
You should see how many wish lists I have. I have a Baa Book Club wish list. I have a backlist wish list. I have a regular wish list. I now have one for desks. I'm trying to find me the perfect desk. Seeing as Sterling broke my desk by standing on it. It cracked in 2 spots.
Damn.
Because I actually want to start writing and I need a good desk.
Fair.
With everything that's gone on, I am taking this year to relax, get everything organized, start writing in January.
I don't blame you.
This
Shit
is
hit
no
the fan
year.
in June.
So, before we go on any tangents or continue along with the live show and it make no sense, any more final thoughts?
Not really, besides of again, I just enjoyed it. Like the characters are very compelling and the relationship was honestly so cute because of it being they're next door neighbors and they work together and so there's constantly seeing each other. That's
Well,
really what compelled me.
it also doesn't help that he has to see him in a intimate way every day at work because said guy has to massage him in the hips. Massage his hips every day.
Yeah, for the freaking because that's literally what his
Physical
job is.
therapy.
Yeah.
So it's we can't do this. How do I do this without popping a boner? Because I'm not out to everybody. How do I do this where no one can see that I have a boner for the dude who's massaging my hips? I will say one thing. I appreciate this is gonna be the weirdest thing to say, especially the fact that Hope has company. I appreciate the preparation scenes and the fact that we had we have a male romance scene with ass play that wasn't just straight on fucking. If that makes sense. It's
It
like we
does.
don't get preparation type scenes like that often in books.
That is true.
It basically was like, oh, let's have a realistic conversation about this. And let me show you with 2 fingers how to open someone up.
Well, that's enough for me.
Literally, he's getting off the fucking couch. He's like, I didn't sign up for this.
You should have warned him, it's me.
I did!
Listen. And I did also appreciate the phone sex scene too. While he's in his mother-in-law's house, jacking off to the other guy on FaceTime. But I think we're going to end the live here so that we don't go a little too
And also we have a
cray-cray.
little bit of planning for something.
We will try to have more to talk about in future books. I just hope none of these future books are just like cutesy romances. So we have more to talk about. I feel like that's like the downfall that this had, was it's such like a typical romance, and it was just like, it's a fun read.
Yeah.
What do we talk about?
Yeah, there's nothing that like, not nothing that stands out, but just everything that does stand out is those like cliche things that you talk about so often in books that it's like, there's not much to say. I think that's kind of why I couldn't give it that 5 stars, is just it was so like, it was so exactly what I thought it was going to be. Nothing surprised me.
I will say at one point I was like, oh, they're too happy. Something's about to happen.
We were happy, and I looked, and there was like a good like 80 pages left, and I just went, I don't like this.
Oh my god, you guys, it was the same point. I counted out, it was 82 pages left in the book, and I'm like, they're too happy right now.
I know.
Something's about to happen. He's getting traded. They're breaking up. Dad is gonna get outed. Something's gonna happen. Someone's gonna die. Something's gonna happen. Listen. It wasn't like that moment like in Gravity where something happens and you're like, will they survive or not? It was oh, he got traded. They're gonna end up together. It's a romance. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But that's all we got. I hope you guys enjoyed our first live for this. I hope you guys join us for Wicked Lies Boys Tell. He is the biggest liar of them all. I know Jeff is really enjoying it, and I just downloaded I just got the audiobook recently. So I'm excited because I feel like this one I will have to have an audiobook to get through, but we shall see. I'm picking out books that I find are interesting, whether or not they're stuff that I know I'm going to love, or even if it has stuff that I know I'm like, I don't particularly care for that, but let's see how that author does that.
Yeah.
Because these are the authors that are recommended. And if y'all don't join us for this one, join us next month for 11 Monsters, because it's Max Walker and he does no wrong. At least in my eyes. And this is a bookish book with a mystery element. Because it's a book club.
Oh, yeah.
It's a book
all of a sudden
club
remember what it's about.
With a straight character. I'm excited. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe. Do all the little stuff. And remember, kids, always be a fabulously yourself. Oh boy.
What are you doing?
End broadcast.